Yeah, that sounds bad. That doesn't sound good, Nick.
Power steering?
That's not the power steering. That's something else. Doing an alternator on my friend's car that I sold to him a while back. Yeah, so I'm gonna do that right now. Let's hope it's just the alternator. When I turned it on, it did sound pretty bad. Gonna lift it up on the ramp. Got the jump starter on. This should start momentarily, just so we can get it up in the ramp. Yeah, that sounds bad. That doesn't sound good, Nick.
Power steering?
That's not the power steering. That's something else, man. Got that little cover off. Normally the engine has a lot more covers than this, but he took them off already. The M35s are actually pretty easy to do alternator. As you can see, it's right there, and there's plenty of space, so you don't have to remove the fans or anything else. So should be pretty straightforward. I'm gonna remove the tension off of the belt so I can spin the pulley to see what that noise is. So 14 on that. That was pretty loose, not gonna lie. From underneath, it looks like we have a pretty decent sized leak coming from the power steering pump. This hose right here looks like it has some oil as well. Oh yeah. I wonder if that's this hose or if it's something else. That could be the noise too. That's a lot of oil that's just accumulating right there. See that? And that's a 12 to remove the tension off the belt. With the belt off, let's spin that pulley. Oh my goodness. That thing is lumpy for sure. That's hard to turn. But that's where our noise is coming from. There's side to side play. I can move it side to side. So yeah, I'm gonna get this guy off. 12 right here. Loosen up the 12 that's over here. Just loosen it. You don't need to take it off all the way. Remove that 14 above. Disconnect the oil pressure sensor. I always do because you can break it. Don't ask how I know. And first of all, we should disconnect the battery. Well, the battery is dead since the alternator went out, but good idea to disconnect the battery.
You know what you're doing. It's not bad doing it. It's just fucking putting it back as a fucking play.
Can be annoying. And once you get that stuff removed, get a 14 deep socket or a 14 with an extension. Break the 14mm bolt loose. Nick, all these bolts are loose. I know you did this alternator last. What's going on here?
It's been like a year, bro.
This thing was loose. Alright, we'll get that off. The good thing about the M35s is you got a lot of space. Same thing as the FX35. Wiggle wiggle, bolt comes out. So with that bolts removed, the two bolts removed, you can remove this from the bracket. Use 12mm, sometimes these are 13mm if they've been replaced. Remove that nut right there, and it usually has a bracket, and you remove that bracket by removing two 8mm bolts that are holding it down. This one doesn't have it, so it makes it easier. So once you get that bolt off, you should be able to get the alternator out. Be careful for it to not fall on your face. Got the alternator out. This thing is drenched in oil. I told Nick we need to replace this pump. I really think it's just the neck on the pump that's leaking. I don't think the actual whole pump is bad. Funny thing is, I have a pump with me, so we're gonna also replace that pump because I don't think that's what took the alternator out, but it definitely didn't help. As you guys saw, the pulley was the main problem, but the fluid on the alternator definitely killed it. So we'll go ahead and get this guy off, and hopefully get rid of his leak that he has here as well. Nick's gonna go get some power steering fluid while I replace the power steering pump. Yeah, I have one with me, not because I knew he was gonna need it. It just worked out that way. 24mm bolt on top. Don't drop your socket. Once you remove this guy, remove this 12. Should be a 14 through. the hole right here, and then this guy will come off. Way, don't lose that washer. Get that guy out of there. Normally you should replace those washers, and yeah, we're gonna replace them totally. We're gonna totally replace those. Gonna get these 2 fasteners out, get the pump out, and install the new one and wait for Nick to come back. Put it through the hole. Right there. Took off the hose off camera here. Now this pump should be free. Sometimes it takes a pry bar to get it free from where it's placed. It can be a little bit difficult. I don't have a pry bar on me, so we'll use my extension, pry it from the back, and it should pop out. There you go. This thing has been leaking for a while. Now, where I think it's leaking from is from this right here. This has an O-ring right over here. And I think that's where it's leaking from. I don't think it's the actual pump. I haven't really seen these pumps leak from the front all too often. Got the replacement pump ready to go. Gonna put this back together. I already cleaned everything off. Still waiting for. Well, look who finally came back. Got power steering fluid. Pump is in. Gonna put the alternator in, put the belt on, and go home. Finished putting everything back on the vehicle. Power steering is bleeding. Everything is looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and check for any leaks. I noticed I had a coolant leak. I put a clamp on there and it should be good. We'll check it out, make sure everything is good before we call this one done. But just gonna clean up here, call it a day.